Welcome to Deep Breath, the intentional pause we take together to slow things down for just a moment, to feel grounded in the present, focus on mental health, and recenter your day in small segments that everyone has time for. Let's just take a moment together as we start this time and notice the placement of your feet. Maybe grounded into the earth, noticing your chair, the support that it gives you, that's holding you up, the ground beneath you, the sky above you, and notice a deep breath. Your inhale and your exhale. We're going to use a tool today that is sometimes referred to as calm, safe place. What is interesting about words is that sometimes they are so loaded with meaning that we need to find just the right phrase that meets the need the most in that moment. For some people, hearing the words calm and safe feels even the opposite, like activating. Like, I don't know what to do with calm. I don't know how to feel safe. And so maybe we want to reword or even consider how to be more closely attuned with what we're needing in this moment. Maybe it's a peaceful place or a healing place or a comforting place. What kind of place do you need right now? It's not the same all of the time. It's what's needed in this moment, on this day. And so maybe in this guided visualization that we use sometimes for EMDR preparation, but just as a great resource that we can add that bilateral stimulation, left, right, slow movement, slow tapping to, that this could be a place that you come back to anytime you need it. And even sometimes a place that you carry with you, that you can always have accessible to you. Maybe this is a comforting place that you know is always there. A soothing place, a refuge, a haven. Maybe it's a thoughtful place. A thinking place where my thoughts are more clear and life makes sense. And I can label things with truth, finding what my reality is. Rest. Writing. There are so many layers of what we can lean into in this space. So I just invite you to consider what's coming up for you right now. What part of you might have a need for a certain kind of space in this moment? We can develop this calm, safe space that I invite you to use your own phrase in that of what is most helpful and meaningful and not triggering or activating for you. But we can have different places for different parts of us. Maybe a very young, wounded child inside of us needs a playground to play and not worry about the concerns of life. Maybe it's an amusement park or a zoo or a safari or a place for adventure. Maybe there's a more tired, burned out parenting place in us, that part of ourselves that needs a refuge or support and knowing that we're not alone. We all have these different layers. We're multifaceted, complex human beings. So consider what part of you is in need in this moment and allow that to surface. And then scan your senses and allow each sense to experience this place. What are you seeing? How would you describe the colors, the textures, the layers of detail? What are the sounds, if any, that are in your place? Are there any smells or tastes? Notice those. And if it feels supportive for you, go ahead and add some left, right tapping on your lap, with your feet, with your arms crossed for a butterfly tap. Take a deep breath, blow it out. Notice where your hands are, where your feet are. Notice any sensations that they're experiencing. Add some slow taps if that feels supportive for you. Take a deep breath, blow it out, and take a moment to absorb the details. What is most noticeable to you? What are you noticing in your body or in this space or in your awareness? What's coming up for you? Notice what you're doing in this place of yours, whether you're in stillness or in motion. Pay attention to that. Notice what you are experiencing in your mind or in your body. And add some slow taps. And then if you want to name your place, you can add that as well and tap that in. And that can be kind of a cue for your brain to come back to that space. Know that it's there anytime you need it. Know that it can continue to evolve and develop. And if visualization is hard for you, I encourage you to find a picture or an image that maybe you find like with Google Images or something, or that you use expressive arts to create, or magazine cutouts are great for that. Finding different things that enhance this space. You can add a scent, like an essential oil to it, add sounds to it, just continue to develop it and see where it takes you. See if this is a helpful practice that you could use and keep coming back to. When it's possible, try to keep people out of the scene so that it can just be a sacred space where you go to connect with your different parts, or things that just slow down your heart rate or your distress level. And see if you notice feeling any different before and after a settling in your nervous system. It's a good thing to practice, and I'm glad that you're here with us as we do that together. We'll see you next time.